The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 49, NASDAQ up 45, S&P's up 7.5, gold contract up $4.30, trading at $18.82 an ounce. You get silver up 2 cents, $25.94 an ounce. Light sweet crude off 36 cents, $47.78 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year up 3 ticks, 137.28. 30-year up a half a point at 172.17. And King Dollar. King Dollar's down 125 ticks, 90.286. Euro's at 121. Yen is at 103.73, and the pound is on the move, man. But 135, it looks like 143 is going to be hit. So this is going to be interesting over in Europe, what we're going to have happening kicking into the new year. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Merry Christmas Eve, man.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho,
Merry
ho, ho.
Christmas.
That's right, man.
Man, 2021 coming at us. And the way we're going to start 2021, end of the year, beginning of the year, let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim, as we do each and every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, you want to understand the option market, option strategies, futures, outstanding program. Now, in this holiday week, coming up this holiday week, if you're a beginner, an intermediate, or a pro, bottom line, Kevin, Tom White, they put a whole series together, outstanding series, okay? You know, bottom line, folks, people pay a fortune for this, okay? This is zero cost from two guys that have traded options and strategies for a long period of time. You want to understand the option market? Great way to do it. Kick back, listen, and Kevin, they start with one strategy, they build on top of it. It's freaking just awesome. Kevin Hinks, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, O'Brien family. Great to be on with you guys today. You know, for your viewers, let's make sure they understand exactly what today is. The only reason the market's open today is because it has to be, because it can't be closed for more than 3 days. And with a holiday on Friday, it has to be open today. That's why it's a half day. So, that being said, get your ducks in a row. If you have options expiring today, close them or roll them or do what you need to do.
Yes.
And then break out the eggnog, guys.
Exactly.
I like the plan.
Totally, man. It's really intriguing that's how this works about the market not being closed 3 days. And I can see why. I mean,
right.
You know, if you trap like
for
rats.
obvious reasons, right?
Yes. Yeah. There's no doubt. And you know, what you do have happen on a day like today, folks, okay, the bottom line is that this market can get pushed wherever it wants to get pushed. And what does happen is that if it can go a little bit higher or lower, if those computers get hold of the market, you know, you're better off basically just having eggnog and grooving, man. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, I mean, all you guys have to do is look at Christmas Eve 2018.
Oh.
And this market made a massive move that day. Why? Because that was already the direction established. We were selling off in the fourth quarter of 2018.
Yeah.
And there was not much to get in the way of, remember, machines don't take the day off.
Right.
High-frequency trading, someone comes in, flips the button, and they're watching and trading the market. And if you get some type of an order or something that triggers something, the market could move. It probably won't, but it's not 100% sure. Obviously, from Christmas Eve 2018, the market can move today. It just probably won't.
Exactly. And, you know, what does happen, folks, okay, is that it comes out of nowhere. I mean, that's the thing that's amazing. You know, and, you know, you don't – the bottom line is that, you know, stay away from it. That's the real bottom line. Yeah.
Right. So. If you have options expiring today or you need to roll some of your options coming off, do that. Do it quickly. And then, you know, make sure you understand why the market's open today. It's open because it has to be, or it would be.
Yes.
So there's not a lot of eyes on this market. So any little news can move the market, but the odds are that this market will drift like it did yesterday. It was up, right? A little bit of uncertainty came out about stimulus and the spending package, and the market drifted back down. So it can lose its gains just as quickly as it can gain back its losses. These are wafer thin markets right now.
Right. You know, it's going to be interesting, Kevin, kicking into next year. You know, what does happen, folks, is that, you know, you get these nice tech companies. Yeah, you know, you got basically the government all over them. And this takes years, folks, by the way. If you weren't around in the Microsoft deal, when the Microsoft deal was coming down, it took almost 4 years. But as we kick into 2021, Kevin, you know, we're going to see, you know, what type of pressures, you know, that these tech stocks actually get, if they get any pressures at all. You know, it's a great story yesterday. Now, this had come out before, even a few years ago, that, you know, Oracle has been going after Google forever. And, you know, they basically had a nice PowerPoint deck that they were giving everyone to explain to these legislators that exactly, you know, how Google basically is, you know, taking information and running with it, you know. So I suspect we're going to have a lot of underlying deals in between all these tech giants going after each other. Never mind the legislators going after them. Do you know what I mean? So
right, exactly. And, you know, Facebook, Amazon, Google, they'll all be under the microscope this year. Hold on a minute, though. That doesn't mean these stocks are going down.
I know.
Because all these three stocks do that it's really consistent besides use data is make money.
Exactly.
And boatloads of it. So what will happen is there'll be scrutiny. These firms will pay a fine, right? And the stock will rally once they put a number on that fine. And the stock will rally. So
and that I was just going to add that Justice Department date. I think I was just Googling it. The judge is already talking about September of 2023, almost a full 3 years until the start of a potential trial for Google. So there you go. Plenty of time for these stocks to just make some cash in the meantime.
It will never get to a trial.
And that's just like a day. I mean, September 12th. Why September 12th, 2023, Kevin? Why not September 14th? But we'll go ahead.
Yeah, right. That's the first day he has open.
It's remarkable. 3 years.
In September 23.
And
to be a lawyer on that case and hear that must make the holiday season ring true. But go ahead.
The printing press. And, you know, what's so intriguing, folks, is that what Kevin said, to really understand something, those companies, the amount of money in advertising they make is phenomenal. And, you know, people can't figure out why Roku, okay, you know, went from $58 to $358. Well, when you look at the numbers, Roku is getting pennies off so many streams, okay? You know, Roku is going to be basically, it's another platform, but the bottom line is that pennies add up to hundreds of billions of dollars. And, you know, that's the market that we're in right now. I mean, you know, when Roku was first coming out, Kevin, I couldn't figure it out. I said, man, how are they making money? And the bottom line is that in 5 years, they went from 400 million folks, okay, to 1.7 billion. Okay, now, yes, they're still losing money, but this is going to be like an Amazon deal. You know, they are the watchdog. Look at, oh, man, that was so quick. I can't believe it. Kevin, seriously, man, I can't believe how quick that went. You have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the program. Merry Christmas. Oh, my God, I think we're going to talk to you until 2021, huh?
Exactly. We'll see you guys on January 5th.
Okay, brother.
See you in 2021, Kevin. Have a great Christmas, New Year, man.
O'Brien family.
Stay right
Thanks,
there.
man.
Tommy and I come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Do you have broken or unwanted jewelry, diamonds, watches, coins, silverware, and other collectibles that you would like to turn into cash? Tiger Precious Metals and Stones will pay fair market value. We make it easy to turn your precious metals that are sitting around in your house into cash. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245, and he will walk you through our safe and secure process. Andy has been in the business buying and selling precious metals for over 15 years. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 45. You get the Nasdaq up 50. S&Ps are up 8.5. And if you want to see how, when you get a little too big, and depending on wherever you are, in China, it's a big problem. All you have to do is look at Alibaba, folks. Okay, it's down $36. Look at this move, Tom. Right.
Price is actually only down 14%, but keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, and so what you had here, folks, is that this is Jack Ma, of course. They already basically stopped the would have been the largest IPO ever, Ant, and now China came out last night and said legally that they're going after after Alibaba for monopoly in China. I mean, it's bad enough in the United States going after the tech companies. There's no law. Well, there's a law in China, but it's the Communist Party, and that's it, man.
That's it. I mean, if that decision's made, it's made. It's done. The verdict's already out there. As far as there's no jury verdict hanging in the balance on that case, man.
No. And so let's see. Market-wise, oh my God, they started out with a market cap of $596 billion.
I think that's the one where it is right now.
That's where it is now, yeah. They lost a lot. They got, 2 billion shares outstanding times 35, so,
Yeah, and even, you go from actually, it's simple math of where we were at the start of this collapse, which is 320. We're at 220. That's $100. Would you say they had 2.2 billion shares? So
yes.
What's that, $220 billion in market cap they've lost since that runoff. Now, here's the crazy thing, man, is that Apple can rise or fall $10, which it has, and that's about $200 billion of creation or destruction of their market cap. They're just so big. But Baba, man, that's one of the risks you take when you're investing in a company that's just at the whim of the Chinese government, man. And Jack Ma's on their radar, so they might have a little bit of resistance going forward.
It's only the beginning, too. And if you want to see something, folks, this is volume off the high, So there's plenty of folks that decided that I'm getting out, and you can see this is quite clearly. This is a monthly. We made a high with $278 billion. You come off that with $585 billion. It's like,
and that was with the Ant Financial falling apart already.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
And now they're coming after everything he's got out there. So, it's a quite a reversal of fortune for Jack Ma for the last 45 days, man.
Right. And just so you can understand how China works, folks, okay, this is what's pretty, one of the wildest things I saw when I was over there. They don't deal with cash at all. Like, if you want cash, I said, this is how wild it is. Let's say you want even just $20, right? And I think the most I could get was $50 a day or something. You have to basically, we're in a hotel, so you go downstairs. It's a big rigmarole. You got to show your passport, you got to show your flights, then you sign a piece of paper, and you can get, the most you can get per day, I think, is $20 in cash. They want all credit cards, all the Chinese in particular. I mean, they basically are all digital. I mean, everything's on the phone. Everything, no matter where you go.
Yep. That's
So they got it locked down already. I mean, they trying to launder money or make money on the side in China is like you're dreaming, man.
Super difficult to get funds out of there for obvious reasons.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's go over to the pound. So it looks like the pound out here today, you're up 68 ticks. You're at the top of the range. This is going to be really intriguing watching this whole thing shake out. And what I mean by that, folks, is that the British, number one, were really smart, in order not to give up the pound, okay, when the European Union started. They were the only ones that wouldn't give up their currency, and the European Union wanted them so bad that they allowed that to happen. And guess what? They were really smart, man. What's going to be interesting? Big one, yep. Isn't it? I mean, it's huge, man. So it's going to be interesting here, Tom, to see that, at the beginning of this, they say, oh, Britain's it's going to be bad and all this. I don't think it is, man. I think they're going to end up basically being a powerhouse compared to the rest of Europe, because the rest of Europe, every time you want to do something, I think the European Union has like, oh my God, I don't know, whether it's 36 countries, everyone has to agree. It's like, really? You talk about corralling cats, man.
Yeah.
Different ball game, so.
Sure.
And you can see what was interesting is that they're still arguing about these fishing rights.
And I think that was the news they probably broke in like the last half hour or so, that they finally, I think, got that over that hump.
Yes. Yeah.
As in they finally got a quote-unquote deal. So maybe they ironed out some of those last few details of those fisheries, like you're saying, that, the devil's in the details, man. They had to get it all. Those details matter. And so, but it looks like maybe they did. You're talking about almost 5 years later, man. That referendum was in 2016, prior to our presidential election in 2016.
Isn't that wild?
Wild, exactly.
Yeah, totally. So let's see what we get moving out here today. And, as Kevin, Tommy, and myself, we're talking, we know there's going to be light volume. You get, let's see. Well, hey, Tesla's moving. Tesla's up $10. $655.89.
Hear that.
You got XL Fleet down $2. That was crazy. With this stock yesterday, folks. This was one of these sparks. Okay. The bottom line is that yesterday. Look at this move yesterday, man. The move yesterday went from $18 to $34. Yeah, like really. And they have no revenue. They're going to have something because they're going to buy something. The SPAC, I believe, bought this is the way companies are going public right now. That's what it comes down to. But the bottom line is that, it's the electrification of commercial and municipal fleets, but the bottom line is that they have no revenue. Zero right now. Great idea, though, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. Something else.
So they had, just to jump around, so you had Citron saying they want a $60 price target on that stock, and you had their CEO yesterday on CNBC.
Nice way to pump it. Yeah,
that's why I brought it up. That's quite a 1-2 punch. You don't think that that's a coincidence that you have a big firm like Citron releasing it as you have the CEO going on there, saying that it's got a fleet of electrification market company, and they rang the bell at the NASDAQ. So that's kudos to the PR team there.
Oh, baby, that is about as good as you get in the day of Robinhood traders. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, folks, this is something to get used to because the bottom line is that is not going away. I mean, this is one big casino. I mean, there's plenty of folks just going, you go on the Robinhood app, you see what's moving, and guess what? You jump on top of it, and you get that many people, basically buying. Bottom line is that it's going to get pumped up. It doesn't mean that it doesn't open up the next day down 20%, but guess what? Intraday.
And it doesn't mean some of those cult stocks where the people, Tesla's the best example that's hard to mimic, but it's almost self-fulfilling, as in they just believed in Tesla. They just believed in giving him the money. He had the market cap because they gave him the money, right? You boost the shares. He did all of these things that allowed people to just kind of put faith in him. There's a lot of people that do that and lose all their money too. But it happens,
and then, with Tesla's case, that gave him the financing, man.
It's almost self-fulfilling. You didn't need it because you believed in the plan. The plan called for all this financing needed. So what do? You let people put down deposits on cars they're not going to take for years, right? You let them buy shares and boost your market cap that you can take loans against.
Right.
All that stuff, yeah.
And then the research is done, and then you're off to the races.
There we go.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 57. We get the Nasdaq up 54. S&P's up 9.5. Let's go to our man Carlos in Mission, Texas. Carlos, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Merry Christmas,
morning,
man. How you doing?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you guys too. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Thank you. My health is way much better since the way it was, and I'm very happy about that.
Awesome,
And
man.
seems like this year has been a little tough for everybody. So for me, it's been kind of difficult, but still we have to keep going.
It's so good to hear your voice, man. I always get a little bit worried. So there's nothing like life after death, man. I mean, that's pretty intense, you know? Seriously, man. Wow.
Yes, I tried to call in the past, but seems like the number I had stored in my phone was one with recording. So I thought because of the pandemic, there was not calls in. So then I listened to people on the radio and say, well, I have to find what phone number I have to hit. So this is the right one.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Wow. It's always a pleasure hearing
Thanks
you, man.
for calling in on Christmas Eve, man. It's awesome.
Totally.
Yes. I never want to miss the opportunity to guys to say to you guys Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And if I missed the Thanksgiving, it was not because I didn't try. It's because I couldn't get through the line.
No, listen,
But,
it's always just great to hear from you, man. So,
yes, and let me tell you something, Tom. I said it in the past, and every morning when I listen to Tommy, he is very, very, very good. Tommy, I really, really want to praise you for the work you do and the radio and the YouTube. We're very happy to hear you, and I admire the way you guys are becoming more one. Before I remember, there was some discussions very tough. Now it's like, there's always a disagreement, but very mature. I love that. I like that.
Yeah.
Carlos, you're awesome, man. Thank you so much for everything you just said. And thanks for calling, man. Make my day.
We're all
Hopefully.
growing. That's the bottom line, which is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. I feel we are a family in different parts of the country.
Yeah.
But with your help, Tom, we really get to navigate a little bit better these markets. And Tom, the reason I called today is the bonds, the 30-year bond, ZB.
Yes.
And if you can look at it, because for what I remember, we have the Federal Reserve buying bonds, and we have expectations that maybe these bonds may go lower with higher yields. Is that correct? Or it's different now?
What happened is that I went bearish, but only for about 6 days, Carlos, because I'm still actually bullish bonds. And I know that the 10-year is close to 1, but, we're at 0.93 right now. And what it is that every time that this thing pulls back, it seems to pull back when there's option expiration, folks, okay, which is every 3 months in the bond market. And then it just snaps right back again. And so the amount of money that the Fed is coming in, meaning buying bonds, is astronomical. I mean, I think it's 180 billion a month right now. It's a monster number. So, I mean, until, they're telling us lower for longer, in a big way. So I suspect that that's what we're going to get. It's hard to comprehend that we go, I hear people saying, okay, the 10-year I think is going to go to 1.5%. Well, we go to 1.5%. The amount of debt structure that's out there would put some real damage into the marketplace immediately. It wouldn't just be our marketplace because we basically rule the world. It would be, many other countries, and I just don't see it happening. And I think after this pandemic, what the Fed has learned and what the markets have learned in general is that the Fed can keep putting huge amounts of money in the marketplace, and it's all about cash flow. It's really not about the amount of debt that's out there. It's about cash flow. And then I remember, and then I totally understand people say, hey, you only can have so much debt. But I remember so many times when I was interviewing Bill O'Neill from Investor Business Daily, I was asking about that, and he says, well, and he's very conservative. But what he came back at me, he says, Tom, you always got to remember something. They always talk about the debt, but they don't talk about the assets that the United States of America have. And, he got into Yellowstone Park. He got into, things that we actually don't think about that if it was a regular business, that would be on your balance sheet, So,
yes.
There's
another thing, Tom. I'm sorry.
No.
So the behaving of these bonds will in any way affect countries like countries in Latin America, like Mexico, because Mexico has to increase their rates on their bonds because the debt, because to attract investors. We have 4.5% interest rate right now in the country, when in other countries, obviously in countries like the United States, the rates are very, very low. If we keep having the situation we have in the dollar and the bonds, in which way do you think it will affect?
Yes, no, that you're absolutely right. So that's why I'm saying that we can't go up anymore. I don't think we will, because it does affect every other country, and we do business worldwide, folks. Okay, this this is a worldwide marketplace. So even if let's say that our 10-year goes up to 1.5 or 2, what ends up happening is all these other countries have to go up to 6, 7. Okay, and that just destroys economies. Period. And the bottom line is that large companies, you don't want to destroy that type of situation, because guess what? If you look at the car business, if you look at any of these businesses, we do a huge amount of business with Mexico. So it's like, so my take is that, they got to keep them low, and it's just not for the United States, it's everyone that we actually deal with also, so. And there will be a differential. I mean, we're getting away with it because the dollar's the reserve currency, okay? But what does happen is that, if we went up, then they got to go up even more, and then it's like, how are people going to pay him back? I just don't see it, man.
Yes. Well, Tom, that's all. I don't want to take more time. I really appreciate your help. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas before that.
Totally. And listen,
the best that life can give you. Yeah,
and you have Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And we want you to understand something, right? You make so many people happy when you're calling, and you give so much power and encouragement to all of us individually. Like in the den, everyone's happy. They hear your voice immediately. And so this is a two-way deal. And in life, folks, okay, this is how this works. You can basically build people up very quickly, by just being open, man. So we love you, Carlos. And,
I love you too, guys.
Love you totally, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I really appreciate every time you guys take my call, and I really appreciate everything you guys have done for me.
Those tigers and tigresses, you can't stop them, baby.
This is a great way to go into Christmas.
It is. Cooking, Carlos, man. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 38, NASDAQ up 56, S&P's up 8.5. We'll come right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Are you looking to buy or sell gold, silver, platinum, coins, or bullion? We can help. At Tiger Precious Metals and Stones, we specialize in the buying and selling of gold, silver, as well as collectible U.S. and foreign coins. We not only buy your unwanted or broken jewelry, but you can trade that in for gold and silver coins, too. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245 for a quote over the phone and to lock in the current market price. Call us now at 727-329-8245.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's up 38. You get the Nasdaq up 55. S&P's up 8.5. And 2021, Tom. So what are they going to be some new tech trends for us here?
Well, this article pretty cool. It just goes over some of the craziness that we've seen and puts it into charts in 2020. Some of the numbers, we're all aware of them, but man, it's just remarkable how we've all shifted to an online world and how that shows up on some of these equities. Look at Microsoft, right? July of 2019. You're talking about 13 million people they have on Microsoft Teams. They get to almost 120 million, and this is only as of October, so that's almost a tenfold number for them coming in Microsoft. Look at video game spending, man. That was a dying business. Not when the world gets locked down. This one jumped out at me maybe the most of all of these in terms of an entire industry, video game spending through the roof, as opposed to declining numbers coming into February of this year. Disney Online Video paid subscribers. Again, I've been harping on this one for a while, but pretty interesting when you just look at it. Q4 of 2019, 32 million. Keeping in mind that number was actually 0 million in Q3 because they hadn't even started it yet, and you're at 121 million. For 1 year. I mean, just craziness. Some of the performers, some of the chips, NVIDIA up there in a big way.
Yeah.
So check this one out. Retail sales as a percentage of total sales. Okay?
Okay. You
were coming in at about 11% retail sales as a part of all sales, and you jump in Q2 to 16%, 14, 30. I mean, that's big numbers, man, when you talk about every single sale in the whole commerce of the U.S., right? Jumping from basically 11, even Q4, 11% up to 14, 15%. And that's probably not going down that much anytime soon. And then some of these numbers, year-over-year changes. Now, check this one out. Zoom customers, okay, with more than 10 employees. That's going to be your moneymaker for that company. They're up almost 500%. Grocery sales, 300%.
Wow.
Staggering numbers, man, as we've all flocked to the ease of doing everything online. So that's kind of the tech industry. I'm going to take that and jump to just kind of an aside article that I found interesting. I talked about on my program this morning. Were you listening to the program when I talked about? So, folks, if you weren't listening to my program, pretty cool article here.
Oh,
and it
this
talks
is
about
heavy, man. Yeah.
The top creator on YouTube this year. I was not familiar with this person, this gentleman. He goes by the name Mr. Beast. Okay, and it just talks about what goes viral on YouTube. And the first video that he had that went viral was this, what did he do? He decided for 40 straight hours just to count to 100,000.
Unbelievable.
And what happened? He got 21 million views, folks. I pulled up the video. This is the video for context. 21,408,000 views popped up there January 2017. He's got almost 1 million likes. He's got on his channel, Mr. Beast, 48 million subscribers to the channel. And the numbers that he deals with now at first, and he just talks about, they're just friends. And they make videos between 10 and 20 minutes. They explain it in the first 30 seconds of what he's going to kind of do. A lot of the videos he talked about willpower, sheer will. People love these deals of what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to count to 100,000 because guess what? It's hard. Not a lot of people can do it, but all it takes is a little willpower. And then the numbers that he's dealing with for views. And this is where, when we talked about Google, I thought about this with Kevin, right? Yeah. So he used to make the videos for nothing. Now the average video is about $300,000. He has 50 people working for him. The biggest video he made was $1.2 million, where he gave away $1 million to a contestant. And the numbers that we're talking about, come on, where are we? Because we're talking about billions of views. Excuse me while I find it. Oh, shame on me. I'll find it.
This is something else, man.
Here we go. So at the age of 18, he earned 122 million views for the year. Staggering, right?
Yeah.
In the first 6 years on the site, he had just 6 million views. And what he does talk about here is you get 1 million views, that's really hard. Once you have 1 million views, you have the momentum, and you can go from 1 million to 2, and then you get 2, you go to 5, right? So at 18, he did 122 million views. 19, he did 460 million. And how about 4 billion views a year now? 4 billion views in a year.
That's amazing, man.
So just pretty cool. This is where content is, man. This is, I find myself, you go down the YouTube rabbit hole, right? It brings you from one video to the next. Some of his videos, he says, I adopted every dog in a dog shelter. I mean, talk about clickbait to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And he takes the first 30 seconds to establish the stakes, he says. Very important in the world of YouTube videos, right? Attention level is very low.
Yeah.
10 to 20 minutes. In 30 seconds, he establishes what he's going to do and what's at stake in the video. And he's got outrageous challenges, such as staying inside a block of ice. He always ties in some type of celebrity guest appearance. He works with other YouTubers. It's just pretty cool when you talk about, just a kid, man, working with other kids, saying this is what I want to do. How are we going to do it? And he's dealing with 4 billion views now with 50 employees making videos that are 300 grand a pop.
Man, that must be quite a video for 300 grand a pop.
And I don't know if there are giveaways included or just basically travel. Right. He's got 50 people, right? You got cameras.
Sure,
you're trying to get tens, if not hundreds of millions of views on some of these videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
And, we got a taste of it. I mean, we still don't know. What happened, folks, is that when we put that press release out that we had 1 million views, the following day, what ended up happening is that Google was sending us thousands of people. Now, it only lasted a day, and we were trying to figure out, okay, how does this work? How do they pick this up? Because it went exponential, but it only lasted a day. So you can see them. And you can see how Google actually sends them in. They send them in every 10 minutes, and they're sending in 200 every 10 minutes, like nothing.
We got to crack the algorithm, man. That's what they're working on, and that's what they talk about right in the beginning.
Yeah.
Saying, we got to crack, use a bad thumbnail photo, they say, or a title that no one will click.
Wild.
Yeah, and just trial and error, man, but pretty cool, Whatever you want to do, get out there, folks. It's a brave new world. It's just,
it is.
Yeah.
Let's go to Bill in Springfield, Missouri. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Oh, we're just freezing to death up here. Wishing I was down in your country.
I know, man. You get a great state, but you got to come down to Florida for the winter, man.
I'm too old.
Oh, you're never too old.
I listened to you guys yesterday on Disney, and I've been watching it forever, listening to Little Tom.
Yeah.
And there's 2 monster gaps in that daily chart. My question is, when and if are they going to get filled?
Yeah, they'll be dangerous. These are monster gaps. There's no doubt. You get the gap at 124 going all the way up to 138, and then you get the next one from 152 going all the way up to 165. Now, so the way that I deal with these, this is what ends up happening, folks. Gaps like to get filled. You have to be aware that these gaps are out here, and if you get a big turn, you got to be careful, man, because I've seen them, these, Bill, could get filled 6 months from now or 2 years from now. But when the market does turn, they're going to be very dangerous.
Well, I'm 81 years old. I just wonder if they're going to get filled in my lifetime.
Well, hey, man, everyone's living to 100 now. 81, you're a young chicken, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I don't think I can stand it till 100, but anyway, all right, they will. Yeah, I've seen a lot of gaps filled in my time.
Yes.
And those are awful big. And
Stay
I
with
just
us for 1
wondered-
second, all right?
Stay right there, Bill. Stay right there. Tommy, I, and Bill will come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 41, Nasdaq's up 45, S&P's up 7. We're talking with Bill from Springfield, Missouri, and we are talking about Disney. Yeah, so go ahead,
I know
Tom.
we got to go quick here, Bill. We only got 2 minutes, but I just wanted to show you some of the things that I've looked at as I talked about it, right? I'm going to back it up all the way to April of 2019. Okay, that price on Disney, we got a huge gap there, was about 120. Now, that's when they revealed to the world the price structure, anything to do with Disney. They launch it in November 2019. Small gap there when it actually goes live. Now, it's $130 before even they release any single people that signed up for it at all. You're at $130 on Disney. The first day, we go up to 150. We're sitting at 172. I bring that up because some of the expectations almost get lost, even myself. I just Googled some articles to bring it back to kind of what they were looking for. Now, when you look at things, the initial expectation at launch was that Disney Plus would gain 60 to 90 million subscribers by the end of 2024. We're at 86 million for Disney Plus right now, and that biggest gap was that they're just going to have an onslaught of content. I was watching Mandalorian myself last night. amusingly. So I just look at all that. I think in the long term, when you look at just how far, I mean, 60 to 90 million in 2024. Some estimates were 10 to 20 million subscribers in the first year, and they're at almost 90 million. So it's not that much above where you were at. Now, they're in max pain right now because of the parks and the theaters, but in the long term, I really believe in this equity. It doesn't mean that you can't pull back to 150, 173. You just went from 120. But I just want to give you kind of that grasp in the longer term. But it could be longer term, man. We just went up 50% in 45 days in this equity. So.
Yeah, that's what I've been watching. But those gaps are so big.
You can always
just
scale in over the next year or two if you want to, if you're that, I mean, because I think it's going higher, man. I do. Thanks for the call, Bill. Have a great Christmas, man.
Folks, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. And we are going to be back. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.